Okay. Allegedly, I'm connected. I am live. We're gonna have to go through all of the uh stream starting stuff again, so there's gonna be an ad break, which is fine because I have to use the bathroom actually, and I didn't get to on my last ad break. But everyone, if you want to get an extra daily Cheeto, you can get an extra daily Cheeto. Hey, Caduceus, congrats on being first to the stream. Thanks for showing up at 11:48. That was really cool of you. Alright, let me get connected back to Discord. Scree, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Discord, not Discord. Oh, I don't know, because this has happened to me a couple times out of the blue, where my stream will disconnect, but I'll ask, like, Jade, did the internet go down? And she'll say no. And I'll be like, yeah, because I can still hear the person who I'm in a Discord call with, but then, like, 10 or 15 seconds pass and I can no longer hear the Discord call. And also my, phone that is tracking my model also becomes disconnected. So, like, I don't know what's happening. That's not an internet thing, but it's some kind of, like, wireless connection issue that goes down. But, like, OBS, completely disconnected and just did not try to reconnect. So I had to restart my whole laptop.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a pain.
I
Welcome.
recently ran a cable and wired in because I was having disconnect issues, but
Jade says, welcome back, Amari. You've thrown a false Cheeto into the trash pat's dumpster, tainting it. You have thrown too many so far. Are you not going to throw your extra Cheeto? Jade, you're gonna lose your spot, and Amari is never gonna let you live it down.
I won't let them live it down.
Everyone else is throwing bonus Cheeto. The only thing that happens when a bonus Cheeto is thrown is I get more Cheetos. That's a good thing.
Cheetos.
I'm just saying that.
Now I can't do it.
No, I'm just saying there's a really obvious outcome to what you're doing, and it's you losing the #1 daily Cheeto spot.
Well.
And, like, I'm the streamer giving you permission to throw the extra one, because everyone else is. And the only reason I ever used to ask people to not do it was back when I was offering free art in return for Cheetos, but then I gave up on that because my queue was crazy. So, I don't care. Throw Cheetos. Alright, well, we are in ad break again because Twitch is rude, so I'm gonna go BRB.
Pet screen instead.
Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy.
I am back, and I am 33%
Yay.
cheesier. Had some smoked Gouda Cheez-Its.
Smoked cheddar.
Smoked cheddar. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was just talking with Jade on the break. Not only can bullets from a gun not hurt her, but I think she could just shapeshift to her holding a gun made out of her slime and shooting bullets that are the little bean form slimy Jades. And you know, those little bitches are parasitic. You know, like she'll take over your brain.
Amari has already eaten so much of my slime. I think that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let me just copy and paste this. Hi, Gage. How you doing today? $40 is many. Oh my gosh, so diligent. Thank you for the stream streak. Those thicknesses are very different. Let me move this over. You're alive, you suppose? Well, I am happy to hear that much. I hope that things get better, so that you can be good, perhaps even great. But I'm doing okay currently. I had Wawa for lunch, so like I got that going for me. Yes, I have recovered from my coughing fit. For those that didn't know, I started stream off and I was muted for the first hour because I was randomly coughing.
We do it just a little bit better at Wawa.
You know, I think someone did play it earlier, but it's always a good time to play that. Alright, we're gonna try... I'm really struggling with these ears, and that's not a good sign for how many more ears I gotta draw. Oh no, I'm feeling okay. It was just a random coughing fit because I went outside and the cold air coming from the warm apartment just like set my throat off for a bit. But like you know, staying muted was good. It gave my throat time to recover. So you know, I'm fine now. Oh, I missed the Gothita in chat.
Dangerously cheesy.
Hi again, Virgil. Yeah, stream died not long ago, so anybody who got your Cheetos earlier, you can get bonus Cheeto.
Dangerously cheesy.
Going outside is usually a bad decision. Hashtag hermit life. Listen, I mean, it was to take trash out. I had to go to my local dumpster, you know? Alright, let's try these piercings again. Alright, this is looking a little better. Taking out the trash. Taking out the trash at night. It's true. I prefer taking the trash out at night because I ideally do not wish to be perceived by my neighbors.
Sound like my girlfriend.
Okay, I think we can call that good enough for the line art on these. Alright. Oh, I didn't do the spikes on the collar. Hello, Still Doomed Punk. Hello, hello, welcome in. Oh yeah, Black Sabbath, the good era as well. Yeah, I like me some Black Sabbath. I haven't heard all their albums, but what I have heard I enjoy. The playlist I currently have is actually almost every album that I have rated 80 out of 100 or higher. Char wants to be a cryptid. I can respect that. I do. Look, I generally do not wish to be perceived when I am in public. Yeah, that's fine. Invert. Bring that down here. Want to know an underrated Black Sabbath album? Hit me with it. I know I've listened to at least, like, 3 or 4 of their albums. I mean, I've listened to this one. I've listened to the self-titled, which I think was the debut album. I listened to Master of Reality. And I think there was at least one other. I'd have to go look at my album of the year account. Headless Cross. What year is that from? It's a late 80s Sabbath album. Yeah, I don't know if I've heard any of their 80s stuff. Smush Wife 10-pack, you got it. The counter reset because I had to restart my computer, but we had another 10-pack earlier, so we're at 20 for tonight so far. Oh, I already have this. I don't need to copy it over.
That's a rookie number.
Hey, look, some nights are a little drier than others. To be fair, the numbers used to get pretty crazy before I put cooldowns into effect.
That's fair.
Or they could. Not every night was like that, but we had a few nights that got into like the 400s. Well, now that you aren't coughing, it's Scree, the Scree, Bat Scree, House Scree, our Scree, you Scree, today's Scree. I'm pretty good, other than that little coughing fit. I'm honestly having a pretty good day. Like I mentioned, I had Wawa for lunch. I played some Zenless Zone Zero. We had a good dinner. And I am always happy when I get to be a productive bat and make some good progress on the commission queue. What was dinner? We had chicken, couscous, and roasted asparagus.
Oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm. One of my 3 favorite songs from Headless Cross are Kill in the Spirit World, When Death Calls, and Cloak and Dagger. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna go on my profile where I keep track of albums I listen to, which has been annoyingly been signing me out daily now. It used to leave me signed in for a while. Oh, okay. It says, oh yeah, having trouble staying logged in, try clearing your cookies. Okay, I gotta clear my cookies at some point so I can stay logged in. But I have a list that I throw albums into that I want to check out. And sometimes I just like hit the shuffle button and listen to whatever comes up. But I can throw this album into my listen list, and I can tell you which ones I've listened to. So, yeah, I've listened to the first 3 albums. And their 4th album is already on my list to listen to. Oh, and I did listen to Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. And apparently I also listened to Sabotage. So, I've listened to 5 of their albums so far. There's Headless Cross. Yeah, 1989. I'll throw that in the listen pile. When Death Calls, the guitar solo is done by Brian May. Oh, is it? Hell yeah. That is cool. Fun fact, Black Sabbath has had 10 different vocalists? Really? I did not know that.
I did not know that either. I could only think of 2.
I'm gonna be real, I'm not familiar with the names of the vocalists outside of Ozzy. They are not a band I've really looked into their, like, history before.
Yeah. I know Ozzy and I know Dio, and that's it.
Oh yeah, of course, Dio. Yeah, I know Dio. I like Dio's Holy Diver album.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Hi, Rod.
Hi there.
Hi.
How's it
Hey, how
going?
y'all doing? It's going good. Yeah. Gotta chill, get some crochet done with y'all.
Oh, hell yeah, co-work, let's go. How's the crochet been treating you?
It's been going pretty good. Coming up with some ideas of like, so I'm planning on going to Offkai sometime later this year and wanted to have like a little trinket I could give out while I was there. So I had this idea of coming up with like a small keychain.
Ooh.
Yeah, just like a small black heart on a keychain. So I'm kind of like planning now what that's going to look like and how many of those I should make to give out. Um, but on top of that, it's just kind of small, like one-off projects here and there. I'm also working on a flamingo right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, like
I love flamingos.
bespoke handmade keychains, like that's gonna be a lot of work. But like that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and I think I found a pattern that shouldn't be super long per item. Probably would take maybe like, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 hours per. And then it's just a matter of figuring out, okay, how many of them do I actually need to make and come prepared with. But yeah.
Well, I've been enjoying seeing what you've been crafting, so I'm excited to see what you whip up.
Well, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. It makes for just some nice busy work that I can do, like either just sitting by myself or even just like listening to music or watching TV at the same time.
Dangerously cheesy.
Thank you for the Cheeto, Vola.
I want to learn how to knit.
I'd like to learn knitting at some point too.
I'd
I
like
went
to
to
learn how to sew.
I went to my local yarn shop several weeks back and bought like a bunch of yarn and a couple like projects here and there to work on, and I didn't realize until I got home that one of them was a knitting project, not a crochet project. So I'm like,
Oh.
okay, well, there's my excuse to start learning how to knit too.
Yeah.
My next hobby that I'm going to work on is I'm going to learn to tattoo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh, that's awesome.
My starter kit showed up yesterday, and I took a quick look at everything in it today, and a little intimidated, but
Can I ask what that starter kit entails? Is it basically just trying to do the pattern on like a piece of paper to start off with?
no, you get this. It's like a silicone
Dangerously
mat,
cheesy.
but it's a fake
Oh,
skin to practice on.
oh, that's awesome.
So
Hi,
the kit that I got
Hex.
is, oh sorry, the kit that I got is the gun, a bunch of inks, the printer, and a bunch of like the fake skin to work on. But it comes with a stencil printer, which was nice.
That's awesome.
We got Ozzy
Now I just
Osbourne, Dave Walker of Fleetwood Mac, Ronnie James Dio, Ian Gillan of Deep Purple and his brother Ray Gillan, Tony Martin, Rob Halford of Judas Priest, and 2 unknown vocalists from 2 different bootleg Sabbath albums. I didn't know that some of those vocalists from other bands had stints with Black Sabbath.
And neither did I. That's awesome.
Yeah. You learned something new. Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, I haven't listened to much Deep Purple or Judas Priest. I've listened to, a couple Fleetwood Mac albums, but I can't say I'm, like, super duper familiar.
Yeah, nearly all the Black Sabbath stuff I listen to is just like their first few albums, which is I think like where their most famous material is off of.
Yeah, I was just looking, and I've listened to their first 3 albums, and then the 5th and 6th ones. I randomly skipped the 4th. But they're not albums that I, like, could name you what the names of the songs are and stuff. Because I'm just not as familiar. Why?
I just got incredibly lucky.
What happened?
I'm playing Hades, and I was like at 30 health of like 170 and out of my death defies. And I just happened to come across the guy that fills up all your death defies again.
Nice.
Yeah, I was incredibly lucky because he doesn't show up very often.
The Dave Walker performance with Black Sabbath was considered lost media until we found the video in November of last year. That's not that long ago. Wow. That's cool. It's really exciting to get, like, old content from a band, like, years and years afterwards. Or, like, discovering, like, a song from a session from, like, your favorite album, and, like, you had no idea it existed for, like, a decade, 2 decades, etc. And then it's, like, nostalgic while being new. So I've had that happen a couple times, where I'll, like, discover, like, a B-side that I missed, and I'll check it out, like, years later. And that's always exciting. This was before Black Sabbath recorded Never Say Die. Ray was a replacement for Ozzy for a stint because Ozzy wanted to go solo, but then he came back with Sabbath. Alright, how did I draw the earrings before? Okay, they have black outlines. So if I go to this layer and color this, wow! There we go, color this gold. It was part of a TV program called Look Here. Black Sabbath played a very early version of Junior's Eyes and War Pigs. So there's this like music history channel that I watch a lot on YouTube called Trash Theory. I feel like I'm getting a free episode of Trash Theory like spoken to me right now. Like learning all this band history. I don't know if I like how that looks. Want to know a cursed Black Sabbath demo? Sure. Why do I not like this? It's because the thickness is, like, inconsistent. The demo for Paranoid has different lyrics. Oh man, when you have a song that like you know really well and then you hear an old version of it with different lyrics, it's such a mindfuck. I've had that with some Green Day demos. Like they released a whole bunch of American Idiot demos a couple years ago for the 20th anniversary, and it was wild to me.
A while back, I watched this video on like the history of like Michael Jackson and his music, and it mentioned that Thriller, the original working title of it was Starlight, and had very different lyrics to it. But it's all sung to like the same melody as Thriller.
Yeah. I love like when you find out that a song has like gone through like such a transformation in its like process. Like that's just wild to think about, that those songs like can change so much.
Well, for me, it kind of makes me wonder too. Like, would the song with the original lyrics have taken off as much as like the one we know today? Like, would Starlight have been as big of a hit as
like
Thriller?
is it the melody? Is it the lyrics? Is it the perfect storm of both of them? Like,
yeah.
Is it the singer?
God,
because
guys.
sometimes like someone who writes a song for themselves and then they like sell it and then someone else sings it and that gets famous. Like,
I just beat Theseus.
Nice.
Huzzah! Right in his smug face.
Whoa! Game Goblin! Hello, Raiders!
Hello.
Game Goblin, it's been a minute, I feel. Whoa! What was a double raid with Snake? Hello, everybody! Welcome in, everybody. If it's anybody's first time here, my name is TrashBatChar. My pronouns are they, them. I am currently joined by my friends Rad and Siren, and my wife Slimy Jade's hanging out in the background. She's spinning. That's her. And I'm working on some emote commissions tonight. Game Goblin, it's good to see you. It's been a minute. But Game Goblin and Snake, thank you for the double raid. How was RV there yet? Did you have a good stream? Did you have a good time? But thank you for raiding, and if either of you need to raid and run or raid and lurk, I know you ended stream for one reason or another, and you know, if you need to self-care or rest or anything, please do. Pretty good. We started playing that because we finished The Forest. The Forest. Is that multiplayer? That game sounds familiar. But I'm glad you had a good time. Whoa, not Alpha Lock. I want to get the eye color without it being shaded. How's the art been going? It's good. I am making steady progress on a batch of emotes. So this is a character that I already did a bigger batch of emotes, so you can see all these finished ones here. I did this last month for this character. And she came back and wanted to add 5 more emotes to the batch. So I did all of the sketches tonight, and I have the line art and flat colors going currently. But I have had a lot of emote commissions lately. But also last night I started a bunch of new commissions as well. So I've got a lot of different art started right now. So there's probably going to be a lot of new stuff to share in the near future. But I'm luckily able to be kept busy with commission work. And the cool thing is that I can reference my own emotes to get stuff mapped out here, like taking colors I've already picked to keep it consistent and everything.
That's always handy.
Yeah. No need to make more work for yourself if you don't have to. Oh, that's right. I need to go back and finish the line art for the earrings up here. Fun fact, Michael Jackson is a cover of Yellow Magic Orchestra and Eric Clapton's Behind the Mask, which was recorded during the Thriller sessions, but was later released on his album Michael. I've listened to a little Yellow Magic Orchestra. I need to listen to more of them, honestly. The album I have heard by them, I really dig.
Oh, I am not gonna make it to the surface.
Special Wife 10 pack, you got it. Gotta give that wife some love.
Wow.
Yeah. Another good album with great demos is Avenged Sevenfold's Nightmare. Okay, I feel like I spent like an hour on those ears. Junie! Love your face, Junie.
Junie.
Oh, what is going on there? Is that on the same layer? Yes, it is. Erase. Alright, what have we got left here in terms of flat colors? The gradient on the eyes. This one doesn't have pupils.
Dangerously cheesy.
One of the songs that was recorded during the Nightmare sessions was a song named Harvester, which would be remixed and put on Diamonds in the Rough. Tragic enough, the Nightmare demo sessions are the last known recording with founding drummer and vocalist Jimmy the Rev Sullivan. Yeah, we've talked about Avenged Sevenfold of it. You told me a little bit about the history. Oh, I've got a care package from Shy. Gotta hydrate, gotta stretch. There's the hydrate. There's the stretch. Of course, I'm shrimping my legs, and I should not be.
Shrimp wife.
No, you're the shrimp wife. You're the more shrimp coded between the two of us.
I'm also a meatball, though.
You're a lot of things. We've gone over those.
Yeah.
Our store would be renamed Lost It All. Alright, that is one of the 5 emotes ready for shading.
Woo!
When is it? It's 12:30. I can't see how long my stream's been because of it dying. Gotta decide how much more gas is in the tank for tonight. So let me shut off that layer. Complicating matters a little bit. Alright, hopefully this time I will not spend forever trying to get the ears right.
Oh, I want a big slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like from the place down the street that does the really big slices.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I still really want a bacon cheeseburger. You got me craving that ever since you made that post about it the other week.
Yeah.
This is half of me and Jade's relationship. It's just us telling each other what food we're craving.
Yeah. That's
Valid.
us. That's love.
And me going out to the store and calling her and asking her what snack she wants. I brought her home a jalapeno cheese-filled pretzel today.
Ooh.
I don't want to draw the ears. Don't want to struggle with them again. Hello, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the dumpster. I hope you're having a lovely evening or time zone. We're working on some emote commissions here tonight.
Mm.
Oh, you came with the raid. Well, welcome, welcome. Thanks for sticking around. Struggling with the ears again.
You
It's
can
just
do
very,
it.
it's very hard to draw stuff like that when it's cut off of the canvas. You have talent? Best I can do is a Ninja Turtle face, just the face. Hey, I don't even think I could do a Ninja Turtle face if I was asked to do it, like, on the spot. Okay. So be proud of that. Being able to draw anything that, like, interests you, like, takes, like, you know, diligence, you know? Hi, Smorphus. Welcome, welcome in.
Come on, stop crinkling. Give me the bean. Give me the bean.
You good?
Yeah, I was trying to get the bean and I didn't want to crinkle too much, but then I crinkled because it wouldn't give me the bean.
Howdy, Bat Senpai. Howdy, howdy. How you doing? Excited about the TMNT launch next month for Magic the Gathering? Magic the Gathering really is just doing anything for crossovers these days, huh? I don't play Magic, but I've heard about the Lord of the Rings crossover. I've heard about the Hatsune Miku crossover. I'm sure there's others that I'm not remembering. But TMNT, that's fun. Avatar was lit. Oh wait, Avatar like The Last Airbender or Avatar like James Cameron Avatar? Oh, it was Last Airbender? I don't think I knew about that. And I love Last Airbender. Hi, Kato. How's it going? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Chilling and co-working with friends, getting some work done on these emote commissions. How are you doing? Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Enjoy your evening / time zone.
Dangerously cheesy.
Thank you for the Cheeto, Kaji. You might have thrown it, Kaji, because stream died. So I had to restart stream about an hour ago, which in fact we are about to have an ad break because of that. So that restarts my Mix It Up bot, so people can throw extra Cheetos on those nights. Because I know you were here earlier, so I feel like you probably did. One of your pals came over and said that you sent them over this way, by the way. So thank you for spreading the word.
So I shifted gears and I'm like working on a tattoo design now. It's coming together really fast, and I'm really, the vision is happening.
Yes. That's awesome. I've never gotten a tattoo before, and like money is the main thing stopping me, but the other thing is like I know that I want to get a tattoo representing, you know, my favorite band AFI, but like I don't want to just like get like the cover art of an album. As much as like those are cool and all, like I want to get something a little more like personalized. I just have never been able to decide on like what the design would be, and like if there was a specific lyric, what lyric would be used. I just like can't fucking decide.
My roommate has several like band logos tattooed on him, so like that's also an option.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I do want to get a tattoo at some point, whether it's like a band logo or like some symbol of them, or even just like some piece of psychedelic art or something, but I don't know what to actually start with.
Yeah. Must have been Tony. I was talking about how excited I am for the commission, that I like vibing here for body doubling and vibes. Yeah, we chatted a little bit. So thank you for introducing us. Plotting a whole sleeve piece for Sleep Token. I would like, ideally I would love to have like a whole sleeve that's like multiple AFI references, maybe throw some Black Audio and Dream Car in there too for good measure. Like, that would be awesome. And like I see a lot of people with like band tattoos, it is usually just like the album art or something like pulled from the liner notes, or sometimes they like combine multiple things from different albums into like a multifaceted reference. Yeah, I mean, if I had like a solid idea, I would probably like start a fund to save up for it, but I still just have never really sat down and tried to like decide.
Yeah, I started with my World of Warcraft tattoo. I have the insignia for the Mage Order tattooed on me because I played a mage for like 15 years, so.
That's pretty cool. That's the other thing I would get tattooed. A pumpkaboo. Maybe I should start with the pumpkaboo.
That's a great
that's a
place
lot less
to start.
complicated.
That is a great place to start.
And then I have to decide like what color palette. Is it going to be a regular pumpkaboo or a shiny pumpkaboo? Like what like art style? And those are the kind of decisions that will keep me up at night.
Yeah. Fair.
There's one tattoo artist that I follow on Instagram, and she specializes in like very colorful tattoos, and she does a lot of Pokemon. And I have seen her do a Pumpkaboo before, and like she lives nowhere near me. Well, only like one state away, but that's still like a 8-hour drive. But like, I'm like, oh, like that would be really cool. But
Yeah.
like, I definitely like. I barely have the budget to save up money for a regular tattoo. I don't have the budget to save up for traveling to go to a specific tattoo artist. But I know that's what some people do. Because sometimes, like, it's not just the tattoo design, it's also the artist that you entrust with it.
Mm-hmm. I have one specific artist I go to. And by happenstance, I actually just moved closer to her new studio. So,
Welcome back from ad break. Hopefully everyone's out of ads now.
Scree.
Kaji says, I don't know what I'm doing, except for the fact it's going to be based with infinite baths as pools dripping down my arm, with each pool/tide being a different reference to song lyrics. Very detailed, and I'm going to have to plan it out carefully, but I also want my artists to have their own twist. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is like working with your artist too. Like they can maybe come up with stuff that you might not, and like they know the limitations of like what can be done in the medium. So like I wouldn't want to just like go to any old tattoo shop to like, especially for like my first one, and be like, you know, I want this very specific thing, and then like have it not work out or whatever.
yeah, I know you should research who you go to first. My artist is actually a friend of a friend, so I kind of got lucky there.
Nice, nice. It was the one song on that album I didn't really like. I have an artist in mind. They work well in black and white with minimal color, and they draw freehand as well as plotting pieces. Well, if you know, if and when it happens, you'll have to share photos. I know a few people who are Sleep Token fans. I know Amari is a pretty big Sleep Token fan. We actually we did an album club, and Amari picked out a Sleep Token album.
I should give Sleep Token a serious listen. I've heard a song here and there, but I haven't really sat down and listened, you know?
Same way, yeah.
They're not, for me, they're not an artist I would find myself coming back to a lot, but like, you know, listening to one album all the way through while like looking at the lyrics and stuff was fun. My hip piece, I'm going to tell him the idea vibe and go, my skin is your canvas. And that's really cool that people do that for tattoo artists, because I'm sure that is really fun for them to have the pressure taken off a bit.
Oh!
Hello, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the dumpster. Enjoy your stay. Comfort Lycanthrope, are you a werewolf? Are you a werewolf? My wife's looking for a werewolf to bite her. She was posting about it on Blue Sky the other day. I'm calling her out.
Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, I was definitely sure that my first tattoo was going to be a Green Day tattoo, and like I still like have a great love for Green Day and all that, but like my connection to their music has not been as lasting as my connection to AFI. So I definitely know that I would want to get an AFI tattoo, probably multiple.
Yeah. Oh, my mermaid's getting colored next month.
Ooh. You are something
Yeah.
along the lines of a werewolf, you think? Oh. Werewolf adjacent. There, at some point in my design history, I was toying around with the idea of a werebat, which was just like a werewolf but still a bat. So like the fur would turn gray and everything would get floofier and the teeth would get sharper and stuff. But I wasn't really sold on my first attempt at drawing it. I was too tame. I wanted it to be more monstery, so I scrapped it and I have not gotten back to it yet. But I think that could be really fun to play with someday.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Like, technically speaking, my character is a shapeshifter because, and you guys hear me say this all the time, if you're a VTuber, just write it in your lore that you're a shapeshifter. Why not? It's fun. Don't limit yourself if you don't want to. But, you know, in terms of, like, my PNGs, like, I have the Rat Boy, which is not a serious form, but it's kind of taken on a life of its own, so I'm gonna make more models for it.
Everyone loves Rat Boy.
Everyone loves Rat Boy. I mean, I have somebody who loves Rat Boy so much that they keep funding enhancements to the Rat Boy model. I planned on getting Homestuck tattoos way back when, which I don't think I'll get now, TBH. That's fair. As somebody who was a really big Homestuck fan, and I could have seen myself when I was like 17 saying the same thing, yeah, I'd probably be glad that I don't have a Homestuck tattoo.
I guess that's also something important to consider, right? Because it's like I have the artists that I listen to that are very important to me now, and I like to think they're still going to be artists I'm going to listen to years down the road. But what if they're not? Like, what if I don't have that connection to them anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have had things over the years where I had a huge interest in it, like a show or a musician or something, and then it didn't last long.
Yeah.
And I do think about, like, man, can you imagine, like, if I, like, when I was just, like, addicted to this one thing for, like, 3 months, and then, like, it went away, like, having, like, a tattoo for that.
So
Homestuck
I
has
actually have a
affected
little
me
bit
too
of
much already. I'm not letting it on my skin.
I have a little bit of insight on this because I haven't played WoW in over a year because I just wasn't interested in this last expansion. But it's still an important tattoo to me
Mm-hmm.
because of all the time I spent loving it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that even if it's not something you're actively, like, in the fandom for or whatever, it can still mean something to you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you know,
Nice.
there's stories of so many people that get tattoos for things that they, like, outgrew, and that's why, like, cover-ups exist and such. I mean, I know people who are getting Harry Potter tattoos covered up for, you know, the obvious
Right.
reasons.
And I guess if even it's not like a problematic thing, right? You could just appreciate the art of it anyway, even if you don't
Mhm.
appreciate like what it necessarily represents as much anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, if you don't like it, you can get it reworked or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, life's too short to worry too much about, like, oh, like, this is gonna be on me forever. What if I regret it? It's like, yeah, but then what
That
if
is
you regret
true.
not getting it, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at, is like, I'm 31 and I still have not gotten a single tattoo. Like, it would be nice to have them and get to enjoy them for a bit. That's why I'm going to keep my tattoo as custom to me without being a copy paste of the band. That way, if I drift away a bit, the piece still means a lot to me as my own story. I do plan on getting a few Akira themed tattoos, and I might get something that's He-Man themed, like a little power sword or maybe Orko. I haven't seen Akira in a long ass time.
That would go. An Akira tattoo would go so hard. That
Oh
sounds
yeah.
awesome.
I could really use a rewatch of that movie. I could see myself getting a Monster High tattoo of some kind too. That's another interest that has lasted years, and I don't think is going anywhere anytime soon. A few of my pals in the community have manga panel tattoos, and I think that's sick as hell. Yeah! Have you seen or heard anything about Iron Lung? I know that it is a movie and also a game, and that Markiplier is there, and that is literally all I know. That's as far as my knowledge goes. I am out of the loop on things like this. I do not play many games, and I have not watched a Markiplier. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the dumpster. Hello, hello. I might also get a Luxray tattoo. I've kind of made the decision over the years that Luxray is my official partner Pokemon. Hey, let's go. A great choice. I had a shiny Luxray in my playthrough of Pokemon Infinite Fusion that I've been doing with my friend Alex. We've been doing a Soul Link Nuzlocke over the past several months, and I caught a shiny Shinx. So I have a shiny Luxray, and it was fused with a Salamence. Something feels off. I think this needs to be higher up. And this needs to be lower down. After watching it, no spoilers, I've decided to incorporate it into my hip piece without going into any more detail. It'll be a custom style Medusa piece, and there's one line in Iron Lung that slammed me. Okay, okay. If I wanted a tattoo based on my favorite movie, it would be Reaper the Genetic Opera. I don't know what I would get tattooed to represent that.
Zydrate.
Zydrate. I don't know. I don't really feel attached to that, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, probably something Blind Mag related, because I love Blind Mag. I got really attached to my Luxray in Legends Arceus. His name was Shiro, and I just absolutely adored him. And Luxray has kind of been a mainstay ever since. I even have a little plushie of him. That's lovely. You're a little new around these parts, but everyone who sticks around for more than 15 minutes finds out. I love Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo has been my obsession since around like 2015 when I started playing Pokemon X and Y for the first time. And I discovered the little pumpkin lad. I have a mini Pumpkaboo plush collection going. And the little swirly ahoge in my design on my hair, that's actually modeled after the Pumpkaboo swirly tuft that it has. Of course, mine is smaller, but sometimes in certain like chibi arts, I draw it bigger. Pokemon. There it is. I wish I had a Pumpkaboo that was quite that big, but my giant Pumpkaboo is still pretty giant. Giant Pumpkaboo. They have these in Japan. I had to get it shipped over here from Japan, but it's a sizable ad.
Nice.
Who's this fella? Depends on who you're referring to. We got a lot of little gender neutral fellows on the screen right now. Are you referring to me? Are you referring to the person I'm drawing? Or any of my guests? Or perhaps Screedo the Bat? The drawn one? So I'm currently working on some emotes. This is for a VTuber called Celisaris. I've already done a whole bunch of emotes for her before. But she wanted to add a few more emotes. Here's her ref sheet. I do like to show off her design because it's very cool. She is a fox girl, and the jacket has some, like, Batwing motifs, which you know I love. But I really love the color palette. This jacket is swag as hell. Need me a jacket like that. And I really love the multi-toned hair. I love the bright orange bangs contrasted with the dark brown hair. It's really cool. And thank you for the follow. Enjoy your stay in the dumpster. Welcome, welcome. I was gonna say the color palette's so clean. Yes! Always, always love when I get to draw a character that I just, like, their color palette is, like, eye candy. Can I do a little sweep across what I've done again? Yeah! Yeah, let me start up here. So these emotes I draw, they are usually based on free to use emote bases. The ones that you'll see me use the most are by an artist named Lumon. There's also sometimes ones that I use from an artist called Mifarin. And sometimes I freehand emotes as well, but that's what we got going so far. This is one that I worked on tonight. It's not shaded yet, but I did the sketch, the liner, and the flat colors. I did the sketches for all 5 of the gray emotes here. Well, you know, they're not all gray now, but you can see which ones are not complete yet. Those are the ones that I've been working on tonight. On the note of Akira again, as I've been collecting more and more Akira stuff, ranging from the box set to having my Kaneda Tetsuo ship art signed by Tetsuo's English VA, my most recent addition to the collection has been a little Tetsuo figurine. Hell yeah. Okay, I think I'm gonna get the flat colors down for this as much as I can, and that will probably be our stopping point after that. But I got the lines in place for this one. Oh, I can probably shut off the sketch layer. No, I didn't do the piercing. Okay, that's fine. We'll do that last. Officially signed Doom Yaoi is rad. Yeah, I don't think I've seen Akira in over 10 years, so I could really use a rewatch, but it was a good fucking movie.
I watched that movie for the first time, I think, I want to say like a year and a half ago or so. And I just kind of came out of that movie being like, why watch anime now? Like, I'm not going to watch anything that's just as, like, exciting or as, like, incredibly well produced as that one.
You know what's another anime movie I
good.
haven't seen in a long time that was really good that I want to see again? Paprika.
Oh my god, Paprika is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That, I
I
want to
saw
watch
both
that
of them
one again,
around the
too.
same time, I think.
My high school had an anime club and we watched Paprika.
Oh, man, I wish we had an anime club. I didn't get to watch a large variety of anime till after high school. I was introduced to anime through like Toonami, so I had access to like Naruto, Death Note, Full Metal Alchemist, but I just didn't know a lot of people who kept watching anime. Like, a lot of my middle school friends were really into anime, so that's how I got introduced to, like, anime and manga. But in high school, it just kind of, like, died down, and we didn't have an anime club. We had a comic book club. But that wasn't for reading comics. That was for drawing comics.
Cool.
Yeah. The first couple years, I remember the anime were pretty. I don't know if I want to say cliche. It was kind of the ones you would expect to watch, right? It was like Naruto, it was Bleach, it was Full Metal Alchemist and stuff. It wasn't like a whole lot of deep cuts or like kind of niche stuff. And then my senior year, whoever was running the anime club decided, like, you know what, let's try to pull in some weird stuff. So that's when I saw like Fooly Cooly, I saw Gurren Lagann, and like, okay, this is pretty neat stuff here.
That's
I think we watched
cool.
Paprika that year as well. Yeah.
Those two that you named are not ones that I've seen. I think I saw one episode of Fooly Cooly, because I did know a friend who liked Fooly Cooly.
I like that show a lot. It is an adventure. Say it's not a long watch either. It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, I should probably just watch it one of these days.
But with just how much that's happening, it feels a lot longer.
Oh, Kiri, thank you for the quick check-in. Good luck at work. I hope it goes well. All Satoshi Kon movies like Paprika are too good. I'll have to see what else they made. I'd love to get some art signed by Cam Clark, since he voiced Kaneda in the original 1989 English dub of Akira, as well as Prince Adam in the 2002 He-Man, which is like 2 of my favorite characters. Sage says, my middle school had an animation club. I didn't really get to participate much because theater took over my life. I wish I was a theater kid. I missed out on being a theater kid. I think that would have been fun.
HR.
Hey, what?
Satoshi Kon.
Yeah?
We got Perfect Blue.
Haven't seen it, but it's been on my list for a while.
Tokyo Godfathers, another.
I haven't seen it, but yes.
Yeah.
Millennium Actress, also really good.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah.
He also did
In terms
the
of
show
TV
Paranoia
shows, like
Agent, which is really good
Paranoia
too.
Agent.
Yeah.
What did you say, Jade?
In terms of a good TV show, Paranoia Agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Batbug. Welcome in. You have a Dr. Pepper? Life is good? Just a regular old Dr. Pepper, or you got a flavored Dr. Pepper? Me and Jade are so hyped because they're bringing back the coconut Dr. Pepper this year. It's supposed to be back in April. They had it 2 years ago, and we loved it. We were addicted to it that summer. And then last year, we like waited and waited to see if they would release it for summer, and then it just never showed up. But they're bringing it back. I'm a light theater kid. I was in theater, choir, dance, but never felt like I was deep into it. I was really close to being super into color guard. I was in color guard for 1 year in middle school in the 8th grade, and I was good at it. But then when, you know, I was going into high school, you know, if you wanted to be in the color guard, you had to go to like band camp, right? So, I for one didn't really want to spend my summer practicing hard at color guard. But honestly, the bigger thing was that in middle school color guard, the flags were 5-foot poles. In high school color guard, they were 6-foot poles, and they were considerably heavier. And suddenly all of my skills that I had of like throwing them perfectly and stuff completely down the drain. And I just like, in the first like 3 days, I was just like so dejected by it. I was like, you know what? I'm so anxious about entering high school. I don't want to be in color guard while I'm dealing with that. I'm just gonna bail. So I bailed. But I used to be really into color guard.
I did drama for 1 year. My mother told me I was too annoying to do it again.
I wish I had joined theater in my high school the year that they did Little Shop of Horrors. I think that would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
Coconut was okay. I prefer the classic, but the cream soda kind of fucks. Gotta be in the mood for it. I don't think I've had a Dr. Pepper flavor I don't like. I really like the strawberry. I like cherry, of course. The cream soda's good. Coconut's probably my favorite. The blackberry's alright. I don't really get the blackberry much, but I don't dislike it. My favorite anime film is probably Akira, and in terms of television anime, it's a tie between the 1997 Berserk and Evangelion. Wait, not Evangelion, I got it, like Yu Yu Hakusho. Neon Genesis Evangelion, that is one I plan to watch in the near future. I watched a few episodes of it when I was like 18, but I couldn't get into it at the time, but I think I'm ready for it. Like,
Yeah,
I know
I'd
what I'm
like to
getting
give that a
into with
watch,
it,
too.
but
Yeah.
I want Baja Blast and a woman with a minimum 39 BMI. That's very specific. After middle school, I dropped theater, mainly because my ex was in there and she wasn't the greatest person. Ah, that stinks. Little Shop of Horrors, my beloved. The only thing that would have been better, like, if they had done, like, Sweeney Todd, which I don't think they would do in high school, but if they had done Sweeney Todd, they would have had me. Because I was a little emo mall goth who was addicted to Tim Burton's Sweeney Todd. So if they had done the theater production of it, I definitely would have been there. I did approximately one play. It was my first time doing theater ever. I somehow managed to get cast in a speaking role. I got to beat the shit out of one of my pals on stage though, which was cool. I still remember that when I was in elementary school, I think I was in like the 2nd grade, and we were supposed to do a play of The Cheese Stands Alone, and I was going to play the role of Fondue, and I was very excited about this. But then I was not able to attend the night of the performance because my brother was having a health issue that needed to be monitored at home, so my parents were not able to take me. And I never got to be Fondue.
Aw.
I think my life would have been on a lot different trajectory if I got to stand on the stage as Fondue that night. Thinking maybe I would have become a theater kid. Sorry, Sweeney. Aubrey 2 clears. One of my exes came in today and I had to look her in the eye and bring her up Transformer. Oh my god.
Dangerous.
Evangelion's good. The ending of my original series was something that really helped me get a better handle on my self-esteem. Interesting. Hi, Metal. Thank you for throwing your Cheeto. I wish I had done more theater, but I ironically had a minor case of stage fright. It's gotten better, but I wonder if I could have beaten it more if I had been given a chance with my teachers. The Fondue buff would have went wild. For real. I think I would have made a great Fondue.
We just finished making a flamingo wing.
Yay.
All that's left is the flower crown, which this flamingo has, I guess.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Is Energon what Transformers run off of?
I think so.
That's their fuel.
Pretty sure. I'm not an expert.
I haven't really ever watched any Transformers media before. There's so many questions and one none of them answered. Jade, you say you hung out with the weird nerds, then you hung out with the weird anime club girls, and now you're a weird anime girl nerd.
Yeah. Natural progression. I mean, there's definitely some cause and effect there, I feel.
Yeah. I'm locking in. I'm determined to get the flat colors on this done.
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoy your stay in the dumpster. It's full of cheesy snacks. If you're into that sort of thing. My high school wasn't large enough to have cliques. Graduating class was like 150. Everyone was just kind of intermingled. I did marching band, and my best friend was our quarterback. Yeah, I hung out with the anime art outcast type crew.
I mean, I had friends in like every group, but I was mainly hanging out with the weird anime girls. So many cat ears. So much crossover with the goths.
I wish my school had more goths. Fuck. I was too cowardly to be goth because my mom was really, really against it. Because, like, when I started, like, getting into, like, Hot Topic and stuff when I was in middle school, she was, like, upset. And then I, like, asked for a pair of black Vans sneakers, which aren't even fucking goth. They're, like, the skater shoes, and she was upset that I asked for black shoes. I'm like, come on.
That sounds familiar.
And then I bought a pair of Trip brand plaid capri pants when I was in high school, and they had these, like, they had the suspenders hanging off of them where they, like, crisscross in the back when you're, like, not wearing them, like, as suspenders. And she forced me to take them off the pants because she called them trashy looking.
Love it.
Yeah, so my high school fashion was mainly graphic tees and a hoodie that I wore almost every year. Like a freaking cartoon character that doesn't change their closet. I didn't truly find myself as an alt punk until I was in my late 20s, and now I've never been happier. Yeah, it didn't take long for me after I, like, got out from my parents' house to be able to start, like, actually experimenting with my, like, fashion style and stuff. And these days, like, I don't go out much, and I don't have the energy to, like, put on makeup and stuff, but I have a decent wardrobe stockpile from back when I could afford that stuff. So lots of black mesh, lots of see-through shirts and fishnet and stuff. And still on the day-to-day, I'm still mostly wearing black band t-shirts and leggings, but, you know. That's the goth lifestyle, is that you don't get dressed up unless, like, you're going out somewhere. Unless you're on the opposite side of things, which I used to be, where I would put on a whole outfit just to go to, like, the grocery store. But I don't have
always
the
the
energy for
fun.
that kind of thing.
It's always so fun to do, and people, like, stare, and it's like, what?
I'm 29 with a niche subgenre of punk and truly happy. Hello again, Jay. I grew up very thrash, jeans, battle vests, etc. My dad was a thrash metal enthusiast. He got really mad when I had to wear polos to work. Wow. High school fashion for me was a ton of sweatpants. Yeah, I never got to make something like a battle jacket, but I wish I had gotten more into, like, DIY clothing. I guess it's never too late. But as I mentioned, I would love to learn to sew, because I think being able to make my own clothes would be really cool. Mainly because I did swim team and nothing felt sensory okay after a morning practice that wasn't sweatpants. My current girlfriend loves that I can sew. I've done all her patches on her battle vest. Nice. That's what I need. I need to get a hookup with someone who can do the hard work for me. I joke that once I learn to stud and hole punch, it's over for everyone, but the only thing holding me back is actually buying the material, otherwise I can do it already. Yeah, there's a couple hobbies where, like, if I had the money and the space, it would be over for everybody. I really, really want to get into customizing Monster High dolls, but it's just not feasible right now. But if I could get properly into that, I think I would kill. The thing is, most people who get into doll customizing don't do it for money. Like, there are people who sell customs, but most people just want to, like, make personal projects. And I have so many characters I'd want to make into dolls. Not to mention, like, getting into, like, the making original characters kind of thing. Want to get back into leatherworking, but money and space. Yeah, I want to get into doll customizing. I want to get into, like, sculpting miniature figurines. I want to get into sewing. So many things. Would be cool to get into 3D modeling and to get a 3D printer and do that. Yeah, too many hobbies. Not enough time. Okay, we're gonna leave this up here because I gotta add the piercings, but I do not feel like dealing with those right now. So we're gonna leave this sketch layer here. But okay, that's 2 out of the 5 new emotes ready for shading, and that's, you know, the line art and flat color stage is what takes the longest. The shading, you know, comes together relatively fast. So that's pretty dang good progress for one night. I'm a jack of all trades, and that's okay too. I have my mains I focus on: cross stitch, sewing, jacket upcycling. That's awesome. If I spent 2 full-time jobs worth of hobbies, I still would not be satisfied. Yeah, I mean, like, for me, like, you know, art used to be my hobby and now it's my job, so, like, I feel like a lot of my creative energy goes towards keeping that up, and so I don't have as much time that I, like, draw my own stuff or have the energy to want to do anything other than, like, play a video game to unwind or, like, watch anime with my wife. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at who's live. See if we want to raid someone we know or someone new. That's a lot of live people tonight. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Do you remember the turning point when it stopped feeling like a hobby? I mean, it's kind of hard. My relationship with art was, or has been, strange because when it was a hobby, when I was like a teenager and in my early 20s, I really hated my art and I had really low self-esteem, so it didn't feel good and I would take breaks and, you know, I had like huge imposter syndrome. And it didn't take until becoming a commission artist that I finally was able to unlock all of that like self-deprecation and stuff. And of course, by the time that I was like, oh, okay, now I don't hate my art, now I just want to draw for the sake of drawing and I have ideas, that's when all the orders were in front of me. It's like, oh, I have to do these instead. I try to, like, you know, for every few commissions, like, do something for myself, but it's hard to balance sometimes. But yeah, there wasn't like any specific point, but there was a transition period between when I first started selling commissions 4 years ago and when it like actually became like my, like, you know, job. Hi Laser, you're coming in right as we're wrapping up, but hello.
Dangerously cheesy.
Yeah, people's relationships with their own art can be very, very strained. Even if you are a professional, you can still like have a lot of self-consciousness about your abilities and, like, you know, feeling dissatisfied and stuff. Like I still can be hard on myself in terms of feeling like I haven't progressed as much as I would like to. But I also see how happy people are with the art that I give them, and that gives me a lot of satisfaction, honestly. Unfortunately, back when I had the time and the freedom to draw whatever I wanted, I didn't have a lot of ideas. And the ideas I did have would often be things that I felt like were beyond my scope. And so I'd have like ideas for big projects that I intimidated myself out of doing, but then I didn't get into like making OCs and getting obsessed with them and making a bunch of them. Like, you'll see artists who like every day they're pumping out art of their OCs and they seem thrilled about it. Like, I wish I could have had that energy, but I just never really did that. Like, I make OCs, I have fun like coming up with a character design, but then I kind of just stagnate after that with them because I'm not like a writer and I don't really know how to like make a compelling story for them. But yeah, I wish I had had more ideas back then. And like, you know, these days, like, I'm a VTuber, my wife has a VTuber persona, I have a ton of friends with cool designs. I want to make art for myself, I want to make art for my friends, I want to make art for my wife. Like, the list of things I want to draw is ever growing, but I gotta work. I gotta work. See, I don't see a lot of people live with art. There's one person. Let's take a peek into the art category, see if anything catches my eye tonight. You haven't made OCs in a while? Yeah, like I just I feel like I design them and then they sit on a shelf collecting dust and I just don't really know what to do with them after that. So I just I don't have as many as a lot of other artists perhaps do.
My weakness is D&D characters.
I've had to like step away from tabletop, unfortunately, because like I just, between my chronic pain making me cancel last minute a lot, and just like not having ideas in the moment. I'm not really good at improv. I'm not really good at like coming up with stuff on the spot. I just like haven't been able to be a good player.
That's fair.
Oh, here's somebody drawing Pokemon. Let's see, they, them. Oh, there's Smilodon. Another Smilodon VTuber. Oh shit, it's a Stove raid. Stove, I'm actually looking for someone to raid out to, so it's gonna turn into a raid train. But hello. Welcome in. I hope you had a good stream. I was working on emotes tonight. So you can see the 4 emotes at the top row and then the 1 gray one underneath are the new ones that I'm adding to this batch that I already did for a VTuber named Celisaris. So I sketched all 5 of them and then I did liner and flat color for 2 out of 5 of them. So, you know, we made some good progress tonight, but I'm a little sleepy, so I'm looking for someone to raid out to. I found somebody who has a very cute drawing of a Clefairy. So I'm inclined to send y'all over that way. It looks cozy. This is a new streamer, so I can't vouch for them, but hopefully the vibes are good. They use they them pronouns. But for those of you who came in with the Stove raid, I am sorry to send you out. Oh, I spelled that wrong. But thank you so much for raiding, Stove. I hope that it was a good stream. Why is this not working? Oh, I'm typing cosmic. It's cosmos. Is it 1S or 2S? 2S. There we go. 3rd time's a charm. Okay, let me get the raid copy and paste up again. Alright, so as I said, we're rating someone new. They are a Smilodon VTuber with and they're drawing art right now. So I hope the vibes will be chill for those of you who are co-working and lurking and vibing and all that. But thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Thank you for Rad and Siren joining us. For the co-working vibes.
Always
I appreciate
fun to hang
y'all.
out with you.
Yeah.
This was fun, thank you.
But I'll send you guys over. Feel free to copy the raid message if you want. Everyone make sure you take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, stay trashy as always. I'll also thank you to all the new people who followed tonight. It was nice meeting you all. But I'll see you soon. I don't know what day, but I'll see you soon. Scree. Good night, everyone.
Bye, y'all.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Sped up Vengabus.
Scared the shit out of me. Welcome in, Raiders. Trash Bat Chart, thank you so much for the raid. Scree, the bats are flying out of the trash to raid you. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you doing? We're doing a co-stream today with Great Magic. I was just drawing Clefairy. Hang on, I'll go back here. I was fixing to try to start drawing Cubone. Clefairy, Clefable, and if you look on the left side of my screen, you can see the fabulous Drake drawing, the fabulous King Power.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading out of here. Just saying hi to the person we raided. But thank you guys for hanging out.
Thank you. See you another time.
You doing this.
Yeah, good night, y'all.
Bye.
Good night.
Jade, thank you so much for the follow. Commission emotes, let's go. So if you wish to share them as our tags. Jade the Day, what a great name! Our tax is not ready, but okay, you got it. If you have other previous tax season, feel free to. Exactly. I am learning that one because there's times like, no, I'd rather show another one. It's like. Oh, because people, yeah, we're slowly going through. See, hang on, behind their streams here. I'm slowly going through and knocking out 151 Pokemon here, so. The vibes chill today, so we're doing 2 more from here, so I knocked out very perfect sketches, so. It kind of started as a boredom project, because the one that started it, I think I'll open for you at. I was at work and I was bored out of my mind. So. I did coughing. I did a coughing and I was like, yeah, I'm like, oh, let's do the evolution. So we did wheezing and made like some little confidence faces on them, and then it kind of continued with the ghostly carried on from there. I could share on art if you want to do Fusion art. Do you happen to know Zoan by chance? They've bought a few fusions too. I've drawn a couple for them. Not familiar? Sure. Yeah, Zoan, there you go. And Charles, thank you so much. Yes, I believe Jerry already gave you a